Hi Cancer, how you guys doing? So this is going to be Cancer Love, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Love only. We're going to start with singles, and then we're going to go into couples. I am going to timestamp below. So if you're single, you're going to be front loaded, and then couples, and that would be if you guys are together, or at least if somebody is still in your energy field. Now guys, I do want to tell you, I do always premeditate. I do a premeditative shuffle, and I shuffle and I cut no fewer than 6 times. And I want to tell you that the Ace of Cups card came out 3 times in a row. And no shock to you guys, 3 is a very cool number to me. So I am nominating this as being your crowning energy, the Ace of Cups, for those of you who are single. So let's get right into this. I'm not going to be reading the single spread in reverse. These are all going to be upright because I incorporate the oracles in. And whenever I work the oracles in, I never read oracle energy in reverse. Let's see what we can get. Strength card, starting out with the Leo energy. 8 of Swords, okay. King of Wands. So, and this is for you guys who are like single and ready to mingle. This isn't for those of you who are like going to watch it just for the heck of it and then leave messages where I don't want to ever be with anybody anyway. Well, then why watch this then? This is for those of you who are looking to hopefully bring a relationship into your life. And let's see if the energy supports that. Let's see if it supports this for single Cancer. So let's pull a couple of oracles and then we'll see how we can't tie them all together. Strength card, Swords. Okay, so the strength energy is ruled by the Sun. So there's a lot of passion here for sure to have this new beginning. Absolutely. So you have all this passion, but then we have the 8 of Swords, which is Jupiter and Gemini. Okay, so Jupiter is all about luck and expansion, right? Rules Sagittarius, which is about moving forward in integrity. And Gemini, being ruled by Mercury, is about communication and forward movement. Right? And this is you very much trying to get in touch with the truth of what's necessary to move your life forward. I like this, Cancer. This is you trying to ask yourself, like, where might you be getting in your own way coming to relationships? If you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. Yeah, so this is you very much like looking to get out of your own way. Balance. Love is not always about agreeing for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. Yeah, so I do feel like with the 8 of Swords, because the 8 of Swords is a little bit of like a self-imprisonment energy, but, people say that so flippantly, but what does that even mean? Well, it means the thoughts, those are swords, are ruminating in your mind. And really with the Jupiter energy there, it's what is going to end up bringing you what it is that you want in your life? Like, where do you need to make choices and adjustments and changes? What truths are you holding on to that you might need to let go of, right? And what new truths might you have to adopt is what I'm getting here for these first 2. And then we have the King of Wands. So here we go. Here we go, Cancer and Leo. So, obvious guys, all the signs are out here. So I hate to really kind of push it down to any one. I mean, Ace of Cups is the crowning energy. It might be a water sign, right? It could be a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, fellow Cancer sign. But we have the King of Wands, really beautiful, Cancer and Leo. So, Leo, again, ruled by the Sun. There's a lot of passion here to move forward in a space that's like meant to feel, it's again, that metaphorical home space. Whenever we say Cancer, you guys are all about I feel. You are that moon energy. It's that metaphorical home space. You are love. You are family. That kind of beautiful connection, right? And it's having the fire in the belly to have that. So really positive. Really positive. A lot of passion here. I get a lot of passion and a lot of really good connection. This is just really positive. I'm so happy for you. Yeah, I mean, the Queen of Coins is a Sagittarius and Capricorn energy. And the reason I really like this energy is because Capricorn's ruled by Saturn. So there's this element of hard work that's going to be put in. But with Sagittarius there being ruled by Jupiter, it's about putting the hard work in so that you can have that growth and expansion and that movement forward in a way where the integrity is being exercised. Do you know what I mean? Like somebody that you're supposed to be with. So this is really good. It's very passionate, and it's about being with somebody who actually knows how to put in the hard work and is really ready, willing, and able. So that's so awesome, Cancer. It really is, because you guys very much need that. It's very important for you guys to feel that sense of safety in your relationship. Otherwise, you do the crabby side shuffle and you hide, and it's very hard to get you out after that. So we have the King of Cups. We have all of these beautiful energies here. So the King of Cups is a Libra and Scorpio. Libra, again, is all about fairness, is ruled by Venus, the planet of love. And so it's a Libra and a Scorpio energy, which is ruled by Pluto. There's transformation here. So this tells me that whatever this relationship is going to be, if nothing else, it's going to be transformative in your life. Right? And it's going to be transforming how you view relationship, how you do relationship, who you are in relationship. This is such a supportive energy that you're dealing with here. This is somebody who has figured it out. I really like it. I really like it. Now we have the Seven of Swords here. So the Seven of Swords is the card of thievery. It's a moon in Aquarius. So this is often the energy of somebody who's wearing a mask here. Cancer, okay? So this is somebody who either you're wearing the mask or you're afraid they're wearing a mask. And it could be the kind of thing of, is this too good to be true kind of thing? Usually if it's too good to be true, it is, right? So just make sure that their walk is matching their talk. And yeah, I mean, because again, this is about feeling deeply. Aquarius is about doing something out of the box, so doing something deeply. So this can also be, Cancer, you feeling pushed in a way where you're needing to be a version of yourself that you've never been before in relationship, and not in a bad way, not like you're putting on a facade, but maybe you're realizing that being very critical of a partner, and listen, every sign has their illuminated sides and their shadow sides. And when a Cancer gets a little insecure in a relationship or scared, they can be hypercritical. They can be, create some sort of ruckus kind of thing if they don't feel like safe enough in it. And you may be in a space where you're like, you know what? Maybe I can't keep doing that. I can't keep projecting my fears onto the relationship because it doesn't work for me. So I'm really going to try to change that. And this is you trying to, manifest a new reality into how you do relationship, but it doesn't exactly feel natural for you initially. So that's definitely going to resonate with some of you out there because I'm being called to say it. For others of you, this can indicate that maybe you're just not being your full, true, authentic self straight out of the gate in the relationship. And they may not be. But you know what? This is a minor arcana, and this can certainly be a situation where someone is incredibly insecure and not showing up 100% authentic straight out of the gate. Where this is the kind of thing that some time needs to, open things up a little bit. And then we have the Queen of Swords energy, which is a really beautiful energy. This is Virgo and Libra. This is communicating about what you each need and want in the heart space. So I do like that there's truth here in this communication about the relationship. And then we have the Hangman. So again, a Hangman is a cool energy because it's Neptune on the one hand, because this is about, allowing yourself to dream, right? But I feel like this is you pressing the pause button as well for a minute as things start to really take off. Cancer, I could see you feeling the need to press the brakes for a minute, even if only in your own mind, because we do have some lack of clarity showing up here. Whenever we have the Hangman, because it's a Neptune energy. Well, Neptune is the card of fantasy and allowing yourself to fantasize and escape, right? Neptune also is where lack of clarity hangs out. It's like trying to look at something through a dirty window, where there's this feeling of being ungrounded and almost being swept up in all of it and not really knowing what's true and what's not true, and feeling it's a little bit of a confusing energy, when there's Neptune hanging out. So you can be pressing the brakes on a little bit to give yourself a little like space to think at some point. But it certainly is that. Now, you guys could also be meeting this individual at some sort of function that is typically gone to escape, right? Because Neptune is all about escape as well. Guys, this is also where addiction hangs out. So you want to make sure that whoever it is that you're meeting, that who is 100% balanced all the time, but this does indicate that you may be dealing with some level of imbalance regarding them. So they might drink a lot, maybe have a little bit of an issue with drugs, food, gambling, some sort of eating disorder, some sort of fear of intimacy, fear of abandonment, any sort of imbalance like that can hang out here, right, underneath the surface. But Neptune also does rule like venues of like entertainment, so like shows, any kind of show, like a movie, a Broadway show, whatever. Broadway's closed right now, hopefully they open soon, but any sort of show, restaurant, bar, any place where you will go to like escape, right, from the everyday things. So you guys might be meeting there. And then we have the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords is escaping some sort of situation that you view as toxic. Now this doesn't have to be in the 3D. This can certainly be mentally, but I see you. Okay, Cancer, I have to call it what it is. I see you meeting this person and you pulling away. Oh my gosh, is it too good to be true? I don't know. But it's you really not trusting something about them. You're not going to trust something about them. You're going to feel like they're hiding stuff from you. Absolutely. And you're going to be pulling yourself away from it because you're scared, as Cancers do. When they get scared, what do? They hide, right? That's what you do. You hide. And we have the Hermit energy. So the Hermit is about taking that mental space to yourself to do some serious thinking about the situation, right? Definitely needing to think about the situation. So it's very interesting here that we have the Hangman energy and then we have balance, right? But I do feel like this is definitely a new beginning that's happening in your life. This is something new that's beginning here in your life. Let's get some more information on this bottom row, please. Let's just say the bottom row in general. The Emperor, I'm dealing with an Aries. Five of Swords, okay. Three of Coins, okay. One more. Seven of Coins, okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, this seems like it's going to be fine. The Emperor energy is the leadership of the leadership energy of the tarot. Again, this is an Aries energy. Aries is ruled by Mars, is about very strong fire in the belly initiative rather, to start something new, start this new thing, really push forward, be in control. The one thing about the Emperor energy you do always have to be mindful of is the potential for there to be controlling energies and a lack of flexibility in how something is done. So that you might be dealing with somebody who's just really not flexible. You might not be being very flexible where you want something a certain way. But, there is this passion and this desire to actually work this out. So then you guys have to have this good old conversation, the good old Five of Swords, Venus and Aquarius energy. So this is about having to have that conversation, right? Because swords are communication. And five is conflict. It is that discussion that's very necessary, though. And you have to have the conversation, Venus and Aquarius, about the relationship and how things need to be different, because Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. It's about how things are going to be different. Okay, so it's about that kind of conversation needs to happen. Things that you're finding that are different about them, you need to bring that to the forefront. Things that you feel unsettled about, things that they feel unsettled about, but it's more of an air clearing. It's more of like, when you first get into a relationship and you don't want to say that certain things are off or wrong because you don't want to rock the boat too much, but it's going to become glaringly obvious that it needs to happen. It's going to end up being a really good thing, because this, whatever it is that's done different, is going to be, it's like an argument towards healing, right? Because then we have the Three of Coins energy, which is the Architect card. And this is really beautiful. Mars and Capricorn, getting very practical. What kind of work do we have to put in to make this happen differently, for this to be different? Really beautiful. And then we have the Seven of Coins, which is all about a new cycle. Like, this is a new way of doing it. This is the Apprentice energy. So this is like, you guys are going to be in the relationship. You're going to start the relationship, and then there's going to be issues with trust. I'm telling you right now. And that's going to end up being an issue. You're going to step away. There's going to be a cycling back around. There certainly is. So you guys are going to have that initial little foundation there. And then when you get back together, you're going to be like, all right, let's figure out how we're going to really work at this now. That's the Seven of Coins energy. Again, that's the Apprentice energy. It's about building a new cycle together. So, yeah. That's what I have for Cancer singles right now. I mean, really overall, this looks great. I feel like a lot of you are scared because of where you've been, and you just want to make sure that you kind of keep that in check as you meet this new energy. But I do feel like you guys are going to be ending up in a good space with this person. So awesome sauce there. Yeah. All right. So let's go into Cancer couples. Thank you for joining me, singles. All right, Cancer, why don't we do the Chakra Tarot for the Cancers who are in relationships. Cancers in relationships. Yep. Alrighty, so let's see what's going on here. Now, these we are not going to read in just upright. These we read the reversals to get the story what's going on. So guys, this is if you are with somebody, and if you might not be with somebody, but they're very much in your energy field, and you're going to know who you are. So let's get a crowning first. Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, beautiful. Ten of Swords, some sort of cycle over. Ace of Coins, no new beginning, because there's no expansion. Somebody's protecting themselves, and things happen in the relationship that made you feel like it was going against your belief system. So yeah, you felt very disrespected and like you weren't going to have success there, and somebody was not being the authentic version of themselves, and you just lost passion to stay in it, so it ended. Get the Tower. Okay, get the Tower energy, and then we have the Sun. Okay, so I'm going to do this a little different, guys, because this was definitely the story where there was an ending of a cycle. There were truths that came out. There was some sort of either truths came out or there was no communication, you know, because swords are communication and truth. Whatever it is, there was an end of a cycle and there was no new beginning. Ace of Coins in reverse is no new beginning. The Ace of Coins in the reverse indicates to me that there's not going to be this building of a life together as it was. Somebody went into deep self-protection mode, absolutely. And the reason they went into self-protection mode is because whatever was going on in this relationship completely violated their belief system, your belief system or their belief system. The energies could always be flip-flopped, right? And then we have the Six of Wands in the reverse. So that tells me that you felt very disrespected, that there was not going to be luck and success in this, and you realizing that somebody was just not being the authentic version of themselves. This is a Moon and Aquarius energy. So this is like just being different other than the way they presented themselves to be. And Knight of Wands energy, you're just not feeling the passion to continue forward, right, in this at all. We're just not feeling it, you know. You knowing that there wasn't going to be, because this is Scorpio and Sagittarius, Scorpio's ruled by Pluto, that there not being the transformation that was necessary to move forward with any kind of integrity, right, to make this relationship work. And then we have the Tower, but then we have the Sun. So because we have two very, very profoundly different major arcanas, and we have the crowning as the Nine of Cups, I'm going to sweep this right now, and I'm going to pull another spread, keeping these up here just to get a little bit of a deeper read. Yeah, because you know why, Cancer? You know why? Because you guys are Moon energy. You're ruled by the Moon, and you're making me work. because the moon is about everything that's hidden underneath. So you're making me dig out the story here. We got the Tower, we got the Nine of Cups, and we got the Sun. All right. So let's see what's happening here. Guys, remember, the Tower doesn't mean the falling apart of a situation. Those of you who are new to Tower, I'm sorry, I should back up a little bit. The Tower energy does mean the coming down of something that you believe to be true and reliable at one time. So depending on the kind of reading, it could be a relationship, a job, whatever, any kind of situation. But it can also be, if everything else is like kind of intact, this could certainly be the coming down of the way you think about life and the way you perceive relationship and your thought process. And this is typically indicated when somebody has gone through a great amount of growth, where they just start seeing life differently and relationships differently and realizing that they were going after the wrong things for themselves, things that just don't matter anymore, So it could certainly be that. So let's see how this comes out. Wheel of Fortune, Temperance, okay, the Lovers. Okay. All right, so we have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So, the wheel this is a Jupiter energy. So this is telling me that there was a feeling that there was not going to end up being luck and expansion in this relationship, right? And then we have Temperance energy. And again, Temperance is about, it's Sagittarius energy, right? It's about, also ruled by Jupiter, moving forward with integrity in a way where you feel like you're being treated fairly and you're treating them fairly, and that the relationship is being handled in a very fair way. And there being this lack of that is what shows up here. But yet we have the Lovers card. So there is, and it's in the middle nonetheless. It's the center pole. So this tells me that there's a lot of emotion here. The Lovers is a Gemini energy, Cancer. It's really recognizing that while the relationship isn't perfect and there are issues that need to be worked through, there is this understanding that there is this desire to really try to work at it anyway. And it has the blessing of Archangel Raphael, so it's like, it's this interesting thing here that I'm getting, because it's like this recognition. It's on the one hand, you're saying, there's no way that I could have growth and expansion with this person because I just don't like how I feel in the relationship. I don't feel like I'm treated fairly. I don't even feel like I give them what they want, but yet I really love them. But yet it's a little too toxic as it is right now, so I need to leave it, at least temporarily, in my mind. But at the same time, I really want to grow with them. This is a Venus energy. This is the mother of the tarot. She's perpetually pregnant. It's about, think about that. It's like a mother gets pregnant and cultivates and nurtures the child until it's ready to come out 9 months later, and then she's pregnant again. So it's about growth, production, producing and growing things forward, moving forward, creating a life together, creating life. So Cancer, you guys who have somebody in your energy field, you guys are so confused right now. And I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing with you, because this is like, honestly, so much love here, such bad communication, and who can't get out of whose way. I'm not saying it's you. It might not be like, because then we have the Seven of Wands, right? So the Seven of Wands energy is a Mars and Leo. So this is about, really wanting to have this strong initiation, this strong initiative to just move forward. This is actually a really positive card, because this is you drawing a line in the sand. Like, this is you saying to your partner, like, look, I really love you, but I can't function in a relationship where this, that, and the other thing goes on. It's just not okay. It goes against my belief system, right? Because it's Mars and Leo. And this is you very much, it's not standing in your ego in a bad way, but just like honoring the healthy part of your ego, saying, I want to do things, new, different, in a new, fresh way, where I feel more honored. Because if we don't have that going on here, I can't see this happening. And this is you maybe even getting to the point where you feel like you might even have to defend what it is that you're believing, because your partner may not be seeing what you see. It could be one of those situations where you say, look, I really feel very disrespected when you do this. And your partner's saying, what do you mean you feel disrespected? I don't disrespect you. That's just in your mind. That's in your imagination. And that's what you say, that could be so. Maybe it is in my mind, but it's still what I feel. So please don't do that anymore. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. And then we have the Queen of Coins. Yeah. The Queen of Coins in the reverse, Sagittarius and Capricorn. You feeling that this person is not going to put in the hard work that's necessary to move this forward in any way where the relationship is going to end up in a positive space. You know, and where your integrity is going to be honored as well. Because wherever there's Sagittarius, there's integrity. Right? And there's this holding back of emotions because of this. And I don't feel like it's because you don't love this person or they don't love you. I just feel like it's like Cancer, you're in the space of saying, I matter, my feelings matter, what I need matters, and you know, things need to be more fair. And if they're not going to be fair, I can't give my heart to this wholeheartedly. Right? And then we have the Star reverse. This is Aquarius. It's Aquarius energy. Insight plus emotions and doing things differently. And the fact that it's not being done differently in a way to create healing, I don't see this being able to correct itself, right, as it is. I don't see it being able to correct itself as it is. And then we have the Three of Swords, which is the card of pain. But in the reverse, it's a lot more benefic because this is where that conversation happens, where there's admittance and there's honesty and healing can happen. Now, this can mean a third-party situation having been an issue, but it certainly doesn't have to be at all. It really doesn't. It could just be this other thing, this thing where it was like maybe money, maybe family, maybe situation with friends, maybe a job, any external situation to the relationship that ended up creating a feeling of betrayal and bitterness. Like maybe your partner sold you out, you know, threw you under the bus regarding some sort of family situation, or you know, disrespected you regarding their children. If you're in that kind of situation, it could mean a whole bunch of things. But what I'm getting is that is all, like, this is so certain to me that there was something that ended, even though there was love here. There was this Tower energy. Yeah. So we have this positive ending here with the honesty coming out and its conversation towards healing with the Three of Swords. So let's pull another row. You guys are cracking me up. You're making me work here. Three of Coins. Nice. 10 of Cups. All right. So yeah, I mean, I feel like once you guys have this conversation, the Three of Swords in reverse, and things just started, open communication, it's like blah, you know, throwing it all out on the table to be discussed. I feel like the ending, right, was all this nonsense, and you guys literally ended something, like literally ended it. And there's this recognition that that ultimately you guys are each other's wish fulfillment. But you have to work this honesty really well, and you have to have some very pragmatic application about this, right? Because we have the Three of Coins, which is the architect energy and building, Mars and Capricorn. This is about being willing to put in the hard work to really get this new phase going, and this new start. I don't even want to say phase or cycle, because it really is like a restart here I am getting. But it's having those pragmatic conversations. Where are we going to live? What's money going to look like? You know, all those very important ones. Then we have 10 of Cups, which is beautiful. First of all, this is a reconciliation card. So I feel like there's going to be a healthy reconnection. Even if you guys never actually broke up, there's going to be a healthy coming together, deepening of commitment, deepening of communication. Really, really beautiful. Really beautiful. Now, this is a Mars and Pisces energy. So while it does indicate there's a newness here, and Pisces does indicate Neptune, a lot of people are bugged out by that, but when Mars is hanging out with Neptune here, as far as with this association with the 10 of Cups, this is where tarot meets astrology. This is the illuminated element of Pisces, which is all about intuition and feeling permission to dream and go there, and really being able to put into play your dreams for what you really want, you know. And I like that we have then the Sun energy, because that's what this is. After all, this is about being on the right path with your person, you know, in the way that you guys are meant to be. And then we have the wish fulfillment. But it seems like you guys are going to have to go through a whole hell of a lot before getting there, I do have to say. with that Tower energy. You're going to have to go through that, and there's going to have to be like a bit of a cosmic reset to this. This isn't the kind of thing where it's like you have an argument or whatever, and then you're like, okay, let's just like make up and everything goes back to normal. That's more of a page energy kind of thing. This is more of like a literally pressing the reset and doing things entirely differently this time. And maybe in the process, updating your moral code and your moral compass in the way you view relationship and how you guys connect to each other in the process. Really using the Tower energy in a positive way, because the Tower energy, remember, again, is that Mars energy, and Mars is about ruling, Aries is about, it's time to take a fresh perspective here. And it's also connected to the Chariot energy, which is Cancer. So it's time to take a fresh perspective in order to get on that path, in order to get to that metaphorical home space that I want in this relationship. And that's what's necessary. So the Tower really is a rejection of something in order to protect yourself, right? Rejection is protection sometimes. And the tearing down of that, however painful it was, needed to happen in order to bring you guys into this healthier space that seems to energetically be waiting for you. So good stuff. Yeah, that's what I have for you, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.